Hey there, it's Kimberly Lucht, and I'm a business coach and energy healer for entrepreneurs who want to make more money and magic doing what they love. And so if that sounds like you, you're in the right place. And today we're going to experiment with a little movement practice to spark your creativity, to spark your creative juices, and to spark the channeling that I think a lot of us are capable of when it comes to creating our best work. And so a lot of this movement practice is going to be seated, but if you want to stand, you're more than welcome to do that as well. This is something that I don't want you to, think about, oh, do I have enough space, or do I have the right tools or techniques? It's like, no, you just need your body, a seat or a standing position, or you just have a little bit of room. You don't even need to have like that much room. It's just your wingspan, and anything around you that's like in front of your wingspan. If you can remove it, that's great, but if not, that's okay too. So we're actually gonna start with rubbing the hands together like this and just kind of activating the energy in the palms and really noticing what's going on today. What's the energy patterns of the body, the energy patterns of your emotions, what's happening in the body today. Taking a nice deep breath in through the nose, and exhaling with a sigh through the mouth. Nice, and bringing that rub to a slow little pace. And then placing the hands somewhere on the body. It can be your chest, your head, your neck, anywhere that you feel you want to place your hands. Right now I'm gonna do the chest and the stomach. And tuning in here before we drop into our movement practice. A few more deep breaths here, and just really noticing how the inhale and the exhale is moving through your body. Noticing any tingling or any energetic or physical sensations that you notice. One more deep breath in and out. And then bringing your hands down to your knees, we're actually gonna slowly and gently open the eyes to the room and bring the chest forward and then back. Forward again, and then back again. And what we're doing here is just opening up all of the energetic centers of the body. And so this accesses from the root to the crown chakra, if you're really doing it as wide and as open as I want you to. And so just really noticing the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and that's kind of like around your pelvis and your belly. The solar plexus, which is kind of around the rib cage. The heart chakra, throat chakra, third eye, which is right between your eyebrows. Noticing all of it kind of start to light up. And then the top of your head, the crown chakra. Noticing all of these elements starting to move and open up. And maybe inhaling as you go forward, exhaling as you go back, and go at your own pace here. I'm going a little faster than I normally do because I'm already pretty warm, but if you're just warming up, go as slow as you feel like is gentle enough for your body, but still activating enough to light up these energy centers. And on your next inhale in, you're gonna start to circle this energy around. Energy actually really loves circles. Energy loves to play with circles and any sort of circular patterns. And I think creativity also likes to be stirred up in a circular way. At least that's what I've found in my own practice when I start to invite in any sort of rotations or circles or anything that kind of gets the pot stirring in this motion. I like to access that because it feels like, yeah, I'm really, really opening up the creative channel, the creative juices. And you can close your eyes here if you want. That's not required. Of course, if you feel like you're gonna get too dizzy if you close your eyes, please don't do that. If you feel like you're like, I'm good, I'm balanced, I feel pretty good, you can experiment with that. And then we're gonna go the other way. Just really noticing what's happening in your body right now, noticing the inhale as you move forward and the exhale as you move back. And these energetic centers in the body are being lit up in a different way. Instead of just front and backward, we're really just kind of rotating all of them around the space as we move forward and back as well. And then gently coming to center and noticing how you feel, maybe taking a few moments here to deep belly breathe. Beautiful. And so now we're going to take the shoulders up to the ears and down. And so you can do it as harshly or gently as you want. So if you want to really activate the energy and the juices inside you, you're going to go a little faster. And you can inhale on the up part and exhale on the down. If you want to kind of just really lean into warming up and just getting the juices flowing, a nice gentle shoulder up and down motion can help, or shoulder roll. Just noticing what you feel like doing intuitively and trusting the body as your guide, trusting the body as one of the magicians in your corner. Whatever you chose, whatever feels right for you right now, you're gonna stay with that for a few more breaths and just notice if you want to move slower, if you want to move faster. And maybe reversing, if you were rolling your shoulders, reversing and going forwards to back or back to forwards, depending on what you were doing before. And then we're gonna experiment with some qualities of movement. And so I want you to maybe bring your hands out in front of you, and we're first gonna start with the fingertips and the hands, right? We're gonna start moving with those parts of the body first, because I think sometimes when we think about the whole body, it can get a little, I don't know, overwhelming, and we don't want you to feel like, oh, I gotta move the whole body to, no, like sometimes it's just moving the hands or the fingertips first and then moving that into the body slowly and gradually to make movement more of a channeling practice versus like I'm doing a workout. So starting slowly is actually a great place to open the portal up. And we're actually gonna start just by moving the hands like this and just wrapping the fingertips almost as if you were like, kind of like summoning some sort of energy. Maybe you're like a sorceress. You can kind of move the hands around in space if you want to, but you can also just keep it right here. And just like using the energy in your fingertips to create like a crystal ball almost, kind of that nice sized crystal ball motion. And then I want you to use these fingertips to then slowly feel like you're melting or dripping honey, either on your head or over your body somewhere. You're slowly dripping energy over your body. And then I want you to experiment with a nice quick drip, maybe like a more of a sprinkle, like a splash. Let's do splash movement. What does that feel like? Nice. We're gonna move between those two elements with the rest of the body now in a seated position. Again, you can do the standing if you want to, but that slow dripping honey movement, we're gonna experiment with that. And we're also gonna experiment with more of that kind of activating and sparking energy, okay? But first, let's keep it with the fingertips, so slow dripping, maybe kind of like this. Maybe you're like this. What does slow honey movement look like in your fingertips? And then what does activated sparky energy look like in your fingertips? Maybe it's like this, maybe it's like this. Just notice. It's a little more like jittery, maybe energetic. And then we're gonna move into the arms and the chest with this energy. So first we're gonna do honey movement or honey inspired movement. So really nice and slow, gentle movement. Maybe you wing out, maybe you bring it back in, maybe you cycle the arms up. Just finding nice slow movement here, slow, juicy, melting honey type movement. Maybe you open up the chest a little bit. Nice. And this doesn't have to look any particular way. In fact, it's great if it looks a little creepy or weird or ugly. You don't have to focus on what it looks like. You have to focus more on what it feels like in your body and what your body is kind of guiding you to do. And it might be weird or strange or things that you've never done before. Like, I've never put myself in this position before, but it can really open up the guidance that our body wants to speak through. When you listen, at least, and cultivate that kind of listening practice. So we're here with the honey, right? We're here with the honey movement. And we're gonna slowly transition into more of that activated movement. And so this is gonna be a little quicker and a little sharper, but go slow, okay? Go at your own pace. I'm just gonna start to kind of feel into what that feels like for me. And it's like, oof, oof. It's more like waving energy away from me today. It's like, kind of like, this is what's coming through me right now, but it can also be shaking. It can be cutting. It can be like slicing the air, like more sharp and boxy energy. And like, what does that look like in your body? Again, you don't have to be too forceful. Again, if you're not warm, you want to go still maybe with the honey energy, you can stick with that. But like, what does like sharp, fast, frenetic energy look like in your body today? Maybe even closing your eyes and just tuning into what's coming through. And maybe you blend the two. Like, I'm finding that my body kind of wants to blend the frenetic with the honey. Like, it's kind of like more, it's like juicy, but like kind of active too. So really understanding where your body wants to go and noticing where and what it wants to do. And again, it doesn't have to look any particular way. It just has to feel like you. It has to feel like what you want to do in this moment in time. And so taking a few more moments to experiment here, making sure that you're breathing. Making sure that you're breathing. Yeah. Nice, you guys. And then gently bringing that back to center. Finishing up with any movement patterns that you want to play with right now. And then we're gonna gently bring the hands to any part of the body that feels like, yes, like I want more of that energy for my hands. I'm actually gonna place them on my knees right now. That's what's calling me intuitively. And you're just gonna settle into a simple meditation of just noticing how the energy maybe has opened up or has flowed through you or channeled through you. Maybe coming back to any circular motions that you liked, or maybe the shoulders are rolling a little bit. You don't have to be completely still here, especially if you feel like you want to continue to move, but just notice. Focus on how the body feels. Focus on what it feels like to listen to your body speak to you. Speak through you, speak for you. Dance and movement is such a powerful way and mechanism to channel your unique soul vibration, your unique soul's energy. It's such a beautiful way to allow your heart to speak through your body. And so thanking yourself for showing up for what might be a very different practice for you that just feels maybe uncomfortable, but also maybe it feels kind of juicy and good to experiment with. And honoring yourself for taking the time to experiment with that with me. A few more deep breaths here. Beautiful. And on your next inhale, you're going to gently open your eyes to the room, and on the exhale, exhale through the mouth. Whew. Complete. When I yawn, I feel like that's when I know I'm complete. So I really hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that you loved moving with me. If you want more videos like this, please comment below and let me know. I'm experimenting with some juicy new content and patterns of the work that I'm doing in the world. And so, yeah, let me know what you think. And if you want more videos like this in your inbox every single week, make sure you're on my email list, because that's where I drop them first. And that inbox party is just not one you want to miss. So if you want to join, click the link down below, and I can't wait to see you on the inside. There's so many welcome gifts that you'll receive, and yeah, we'll be even more connected. It'll be such a joy and pleasure to have you there. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Ciao for now, and happy movement, creativity, dancing, channeling practice ahead. Bye.